Hey moguls, it's Dr. T, and our focus today is how your reality is a reflection of your frequency. How to upgrade your programming so you can upgrade your life. Okay, so let's just check in on this because your life is not actually happening to you, it's responding to you, right? Your reality is a mirror, it is a creation of your internal programming that is totally connected to your human design operating system and how that works. And if you upgrade your frequency through upgrading your programming, then everything shifts. So let's get into this upgrade. All right, as a reminder, everyone, I'm Dr. Tracy Thomas. I am known as the Mogul Maker. I help ambitious leaders like you transform into moguls, right? Real masters of wealth, power, and success. And if you're ready to operate at a higher level and reign supreme over your reality, it's really important to make sure you subscribe. Okay? The channel has a lot of content for you that's going to make sure you come into a much higher level being, a higher frequency person. And this is what we do inside of our Moguls Club channel, right? Where we make shifts happen, right? So make sure to subscribe and like the video, and let's go through this upgrade and get it done. Let's just get into the truth. Reality is a mirror, and it's a reflection, right? It's a creation, probably more accurate in terms of understanding it. Your external world, as you know it, is a projection of your internal state, of the programming that is coming through you, through all the universal energy systems, and connecting to your human design framework, your operating system, and what that's coded for. Because just like in a human body, there are all these parts that do this thing and do that thing, and they all have directions for what they're meant to do in the body. Well, each person that is part of the collective also is like a body part. It's a piece of the collective energy system of reality itself, of this creation. And when reality's energy connects with your human design system, which it does all the time, because it's just like our body, we're getting the signals, it's telling us what to do. Your human design system, your operating system, then runs in a way that it was designed to do. However, at the same time, if your programming from the rest of reality is jacked up, it will impact how your system takes the energy from reality and does what it does with it. Because if you think of it, it's like, imagine the energy comes through, it's meant to be filtered through your system, and it's meant to do all these cool things because you are designed for that. You are designed with a purpose. It's in your human design chart. So make sure you get that. You can click the link in the description. But imagine if your operating system is all jacked up, when the energy hits it, it's going to make something else other than what your highest purpose is. That's how you can know whatever your reality has going on has to do with the jacked up programming that happened to you. And there's a lot of it in this world for many, many generations, unfortunately. Sorry, I can feel that. And yet, your human design system has a template that wants to operate, bring you to your highest purpose, express your highest potential, and have you activated in that. So if you're seeing something else, if you're experiencing something else, it's telling you the programming is off, right? So programming controls perception. Thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are shaping what you experience. And yet, people are always saying, oh, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs. And yet, are they yours? Where are you getting them from? I'm here to let you know that you're getting them from being programmed also in a jacked up, man made system where the power structure is programming you into a distorted version of yourself. However, the universal energy system is doing all it can to upgrade you through various mechanisms, and I am one of them. All right. As a human projector, a 5-1 projector, my role is to upgrade people revolutionarily at that highest level, transform them, get their frequency up. And that's what we're here to do, because frequency at the highest equals success, wealth, power. These are energetic states, and human projectors are 22% of the population. We were brought in a couple hundred years ago, newest beings on the planet, with the sole purpose of raising the frequency of the people on it, and basically being high frequency beings that literally are like filtration systems, just raising the frequency of the planet and getting other beings to get their frequency up. Because as we do that, that raises your baseline. And instead of operating on the frequency of the rest of the world, which is really freaking low, unsustainable, toxic, sick, unhealthy. And you know how we know that? Because we have an entirely sick, unhealthy, dysfunctional world. That's how we know that the frequency is that bad, because that's what it's creating. But when your frequency is high, it creates a high reality, wellness, wealth, success, everything good, right? Light, flow. So raising your baseline will shift your entire reality, right? Into a much higher reality creation as energy comes through you. This is what my company and I have been doing for many, many years now. The training we do with clients is to raise their frequency. How do we raise it? We raise it through high levels of intentionality, so that you focus in going for the moon. You focus on going for the top of the frequency. You don't get focused like, go to school and get a job and be a cog in a wheel. That's not high frequency. That's why everybody's sick. Survive. Just do enough to survive and get through, and let's all just get through. There's nothing. I mean, look at what this is doing to my body. But when we focus on a high frequency reality, success, wealth, empires, dynasties, flow, wellness, vitality, every bit about that, living our purpose, living our potential, the frequency goes up. Look, it made my hands go up. So we've got to make this upgrade. Okay. How do you upgrade your programming? Super important. You have got to audit your reality and the input you are taking in from everywhere, right? I mean, I think about something maybe 6 years ago. I was home alone, and I just been whatever, just been doing well, being fine. I started watching some show that was all about like freaking serial killers, which is like everything on the freaking TV at this point, or on all the streaming now. I'm watching this thing as Criminal Minds, as they get inside the mind of this freaking dude making a skin suit for people. And then I go to like walk upstairs. I have this huge home, and I'm just going to like walk as, a lot of rooms and stuff where you're just like, okay, is somebody in there? I started feeling freaked out. I was just like, this is literally what that programming does. And the next thought, because I'm a human programmer, that's what I was born as a human projector, was, oh, if I keep watching that, the likelihood that some serial killer is going to come in and chop me up is very high, or something close to it, because I'm literally programming it. So everybody watching what this freaking serial killer did and why, and it's insane. All it is more programming you to have bad shit happen to you. You have got to watch what you're taking in. You have a operating system. It has 9 centers. There's all of these openings, and whatever you are taking in is programming you to have that reality. This is cut and dried, black and white. You must audit. You must cut out all low vibe content. It doesn't matter if you want to watch some show about somebody being freaking chopped up and tortured. You may want to watch that because you're so used to being programmed to watch sick shit all the time, because that's what this world has a lot in it, even though I know it's also beautiful and wonderful at the same time. But if you're going to program that, just know you're literally programming yourself to have a bunch of bad stuff happen to you. And no other creature in the planet is like, let me go watch all the bad stuff happen to me that I would never want happen to me and then expect nothing bad to happen to me. It's so stupid. We got to reprogram. We got to audit out. We got to audit yourself for any negative influences. And I mean any. Okay, moguls? I don't care who these beings are, who it is, what it is. I really want you to hear me. I don't care if this person you've been programmed to believe, these are the people I should be closest with, and I should literally die and kill myself before I would leave them, because I have to be anchored down to the bottom as they sink me with their negativity, lack of growth, and just dysfunctionality, right? We've been programmed that because someone ran us through their vagina, or because somebody put some sperm into somebody and we were created, even though that is genetic biological material, we are these amazing spirits and energy beings that came in. We are the ones inside these vehicles. So it doesn't matter who it is. And as one who took a lot of my life to transcend, and it's still a growth in progress, the belief that because I shared some closer DNA with people that I was supposed to hang out at the bottom with them is insanity. Literally pathological. And that is tied to a lot of things that are about control, and it's not really been great for people. Right? So whatever the negative influences are, if it's in your neighborhood, if it's in a company you work in, whatever it is in your environment, if it's some thing that you have or own, whatever it is, you got to just audit this. And you got to audit for scarcity thinking. Please, God, and replace this. I'm going to do this really quick. Replace scarcity with luxury. You got to audit for that. Because if you are around it, no matter how abundant you are, moguls, you will get programmed for it. Period. And as someone who lived a very abundant life all my life, regardless of what insanity and scarcity was around me, I can tell you that I was arrogant through certain points of my life, being like, just being around it, being like, well, I guess, this person is such and such in my life. This person is some relative, and I'm supposed to effectively expose myself to this and think that this is love, or think that this is strategic, or this is how it's done, even though I knew the whole time it was wrong for me. Being around anyone with that makes me sick. As a projector, I happen to be a power projector. I have many, many codes in my human design for prosperity, abundance, bounteousness, prosperity on every level. And I can tell you the impact of spending any amount of time, and I hate to say it, but I spent a lot of time around people with scarcity thinking. At a certain point, even though I lived my life in the process of this kind of transformation on the daily, just exposing myself to it, at a certain point, I felt a tipping point because of certain people with it. I felt a tipping point in the area I lived in. I felt a tipping point just happening where it's like I'm around these people who literally are in some other reality that I have no interest in being in. And the tipping point, at one point, I had so much exposure, it literally tipped me into a downgraded experience that lowered my frequency. And even though I was like watching it, I was objective, I was observing, I was like, oh my God, like this literally, it was like you get buried alive in the energy of it. And then I was inside myself knowing that had happened. I exposed myself too much to it. The tipping point happened. And then I was like, oh God, I'm in here like Han Solo in the freaking Star Wars movie where he's like locked in that freaking frozen box thing. And I had to literally like chisel myself out through millions and millions of upgrade over the period of about a year to like transcend it into my actual normal programming. It was bizarre. It taught me that these tipping points are real. So every time it was making me feel sick to be around it, and then I had to counter it, and then I like marinating anywhere in it is absolutely something that can be catastrophic to you. I want you to get this, because if you are arrogant, like most people are, and we're not taught about the exposure, we just get these things and they will create tipping points where your body goes, well, you've been around this so much. I guess this is what you want reality to be. It's like, oh, these are your directions. You keep hanging out in the freaking lower echelon. Oh, okay. I guess that's what you want. Let me program that. Let me automate it. And now you're in it and you don't have to think about it. The same way, reprogramming yourself, which is the next step with high frequency content works, where you keep reprogramming and programming and programming higher level, new upgrades, intentions, high level things, light, flow, pleasure, beauty, unity. And you keep programming it until finally your being goes, oh, I guess that's what you want. Now I will automate this for you. That's the transformational process. But transformation can happen both ways. And I am positive that the impact of what so many people are experiencing is a massive amount of exposure to stuff that they wouldn't normally be with. And because we're taught to stay with people who we're related to, or stay with people that we once knew, and we're taught this, stay in this lower level, even when it feels wrong. And we would not do that in other circumstances, right? Somebody say, this company is not high level and I'm going to get another one. We're taught to just stay in this other stuff. It is literally something that can crush you, kill you even, and take you out and absolutely put you on the wrong track. So I'm here to share with you, it's important to reprogram with high frequency content. We need to have you read it, watch it, take it in, listen to it, immerse in it. High level reality, high level intelligence, high level learning, high level things, whatever it might be, curing something in the world, creating a new solution, being in a new dimension, whatever it is, you've got to reprogram into a higher frequency. That's why we are here doing Mogul Reality, to raise your frequency. Powerful, influential, prosperous, lovely, rapture, bliss, vitality, whatever these things are, we've got to immerse in them. And you have to embody that energy now. Okay, you don't wait to feel successful. until after you have success. This is so confusing the way people do this. You feel it first. You program it. Then it manifests, it generates, it projects. I find this so fascinating, being a projector in this world. Projectors are a different type, right? We're the newest human. We were brought in by evolution because it's like, this is a shit show in here. Everybody's too low frequency. They're going to kill the planet. The whole thing is going down. If we hit too low of a tipping point, too many sick people, too many people, all the suicides, all this. If we do, and this is true, moguls, if we hit a much lower of a tipping point, it's a vortex. It'll burn us all up in hell. That's how frequency works. You get too close to the bottom, you will end in the entire freaking reality field. So this is key. I don't get it. I never have my whole life where people go, I am going to go do a bunch of stuff and then I will feel successful. But that's generator reality, and generators are 77% of the population. If you have not gotten your human design chart, please click the link in the description. Make sure you get it. Know what you are. Generators are like, we must work. They were designed to work, but it's like, I'm going to work, then I'll feel successful. And the projectors say, let's feel the success so that you only generate success through you. It's a very different focus, moguls. Okay. So I want to really have you connect to, what are you upgrading today? Okay. What is a belief that you're going to upgrade into a higher intention, replace it, recode it, make it something else? Drop in the comments and let's make this shift happen. Okay, so I'm doing a simple one and I just said it, but I want to really give it to myself. Instead of you have to work for it to achieve it, you have to live it in order to experience it, right? Very, very different. You have to, when it says, oh yeah, when it says, people say like, yeah, you don't, people, basically people are saying, I'm going to go do this thing and then I'm going to, be successful. I will then believe it after I see it. I want you to see it and know that it will come to pass. You'll experience it. It's very, very important. So let me make sure you get that comment in. I want to know, what are you upgrading? It's always fun to replace something like scarcity with luxury, to replace scarcity with prosperity, right? To replace low frequency with high frequency, or low frequency with empire reality. So that's got to counter it. And I would like to even say flow frequency. There's another beautiful one. Okay, so moguls, this is an important upgrade. And I'm really wanting to congratulate you for taking this in. I want you to take it all the way into yourself, because you just took a powerful step toward absolute mogul status, high frequency on every level. Okay, but I don't want you to stop here, because success is about immersion into this reality. The more you surround yourself with the powerful content, powerful people, powerful energy, the faster you're going to shift. So, again, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't yet, this is just the beginning for you. There are hundreds of videos to upgrade you specifically on this channel, with so much different content related to all kinds of life things and subjects and categories. All kinds of upgrades are there. Again, I would love you to like the video if you are ready to mogul up. Let the universe know, I like it. I'm in. I'm joining the high frequency revolution. Make sure you are part of this International Moguls Club that is all about next level transformation, where people from all over the world are following along. They're in the upgrades and becoming the next level moguls of reality in every part of the world. It's very powerful. This is what the world needs. We're redefining what it means to be a mogul. It is not just what we've been told it is. It simply means a powerful, influential person who is positively contributing to society. And I know that's why you're here, because we have to do our part and our purpose. And the only sane thing is to upgrade the very reality in the world we live in. Everything else is a distraction. And I'm excited for you to be here and really, again, gaining your mogul trajectory and gaining lots of traction. And what's coming up, you've got a new video that you can pick. Get going right into the next one, because the shift happens when you keep going. All right, moguls. So keep upgrading, keep elevating, keep moguling up into your mogul destiny. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.